Well, hello there, all you miniatures lovers on the interwebs. I'm Doc Eon, coming to you on Monday, 16th of May 2022, for another ramble about my miniature painting. And we have completed a grand total of 11 minis. They're all Reaper Bones. They're all from the Dark Depths expansion to Bones 5, the Kickstarter. We have the Brine Goblins in the front, we have the Slithe, and we have the Marrow in the back. Sort of speed painted, all of them, but, you know, not completely sloppily. Now for the Slithe and the Marrows, I've tried to sort of color match them. I've painted similar figures before. I painted this guy once before, and he's kind of like this guy. Interestingly, on the new ones, I've managed to get the contrast on the vines better. They sort of blend in more with this one. Maybe I should go back over it. Nah, I'm not going to futz with that. But, and the Slithe were supposed to look more like this guy, so more greenish, while these were more light blue. They're not exact matches, but I'm not, you know, really concerned about complete uniformity in my miniatures. A little variety is spice that keeps you interested. So, I mean, even if they're the same species of creature, there will be slight variations in the color of their scales or skin or whatever. And yeah, and the armor is slightly different because the paint I had to make this sort of rose-colored shimmery effects on these models, I don't have anymore. It dried out, and it was a really old paint. I cannot replace it, unfortunately. Oh well. So I tried to replicate it, sort of. This is more bronzy, perhaps, but not quite there. It's supposed to be a little pearlescent, a little more like it's supposed to seem like some sort of organic material, like their armor and their spears are made of some, maybe the shells of some sort of animal. While with these guys I went with bronze instead of the steel. This one has a steel billhook, which is not good for an aquatic creature, I realized, but again, I'm not going to repaint it. Leave it as it is. Anyway, 11 finished minis is not a bad crop. Could have been even better. There's still some stuff left on my painting table, and let's go over there. Still left to finish all the big dudes. But hey, there's some more color on them. There's some more paint on parts of the Sea Giant. Don't know if you can tell. This has some more base coats and rough highlights on it, and nothing is actually finished. I've painted the belly scales of the Sea Dragon. I decided to go for a light purple there. I'm going to go for a dark sea blue for the scales. Not sure what the sides, or maybe top scales. We'll see. And the sort of super croc, we're going traditional kind of beige for belly scales and some sort of greenish hints for the top parts, probably. We'll see which green. I'll try to vary them up. I've got a lot of I have a lot of different bottles of green here. Gotta start using more of them. Anyway, I have actually finished the basis for the Crocosaur and the Sea Dragon, and I did them relatively simple. I don't want them to pull focus from the actual miniatures, and of course the base for the Fathom Titan was done since earlier. For two of them, I've simply stuck the flight stands in. They are stable enough just sitting there. I like to be able to pull things apart when needed for transport. I probably won't glue the model onto them either, for that reason. This one though, I had to glue in because it's the part that goes into the base is angled, and it was simply not stable unless I glued it. However, again, I've tested it. I don't need to glue the actual miniature into the top part. I can leave it just sitting on it for possible disassembly. That is, yeah. But next week, for sure, I've got to finish. Okay, let me put it this way. I pledge to finish at least one of these 4 by next week, next Monday. Hopefully 2, but you know, minimum 1. That's what I'm aiming for. Yeah. So let's see what else I'm working on. Well, here the Dragonborn have come. As you can see, I've sort of primed them, prepped them, done some metallic work. I usually prefer to do that at home. And yeah, I'm gonna pack these down to bring them to the game store tonight, and we'll see if we can finish these up. And you know, I'm thinking there's 6 Dragonborn here, there's 5 traditional chromatic colors. I don't want to do a metallic Dragonborn. I'll do the normal red, blue, black, green, white, and what's left? I'll try a yellow, maybe. There are no yellow dragons in D&D, but yeah, there could be, I suppose. Anyway, not much to say about them. Well, time to put another part of the Bones 5 Kickstarter to rest. We have the Dark Depths expansion. This big baggie contains the final 10, I believe, models from it. And these are largely mermaids, like this one. And there's a couple of sea creatures that I assume are supposed to be the mermaid's pets, like this seahorse and this big moray eel. I think it's those 2 and a merfolk. So that's quite a big haul of stuff to start. The issue with all of these is they're really tall, all the merfolk, because they're yeah, they have long tails. So I can't pack them in my carrying case and bring them to the game store for painting evenings on Mondays. So I need another project for that, something humanoid sized, something medium sized. And so I went into the options, the add-ons of the campaign, and I don't know if you can tell what it says. It says Rune Whites. So these are some whites, some undead humans. I think 6 of them. And yeah, these have the old style, really small integrated bases, so I will probably glue those onto larger bases for stability. Now, normally I reserve undead miniatures for the month of October. I only paint undead for Halloween. But I'm making an exception with the bones stuff with this Kickstarter because there's a bunch of undead there. I can't save all of them for then. I have other undead to paint as well. And yeah, I just want to get all this Kickstarter done as quickly as possible. So no waiting with anything. Just paint. So that's a grand total of 16 minis I'm starting for next week. That's quite a lot. Probably will leave me with a backlog afterwards. I will not finish all of it in 2 weeks. But we'll see. Maybe I will. Anyway, that was an episode, wasn't it? Quite an episode. And I hope you enjoyed it. So please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so before. Share it. Comment. But most of all, I'll be back here next week. Same day of the week. Same channel. Same Dakian. Who's now signing off.